Hey guys, today is Thursday, December 14th. It is 5:15 p.m. and I posted like a reel on Instagram and it was about the tumor I have in my brain. And it's at like 72K views and it's a little crazy to me. I wasn't expecting it to get any kind of views. I was kind of expecting it to like just go to my followers, you know, like I was thinking that just my followers gonna see it or maybe a couple other people. So that's a little nuts, but I'm grateful. I'm a little overwhelmed, if I'm gonna be honest, about the amount of people who've seen it. Especially because it seems like now it's starting to get into like the wrong side of the algorithm, like it's getting on the wrong side of TikTok. Like I had somebody say, "So are you dying or what?" Some of them are funny. I will say some of them are funny, but some of them were just mean. And I was like, I'm just gonna block these people because I don't have the energy to deal with anything nuts right now. I'm feeling better than I did the other day. I'm feeling better than I did when I posted my vlog. I am not as emotional. It's not a bad thing to be emotional, but I don't think that the stress was doing me any good. I'm trying to just like calm down because I have enough just general stress about things that aren't related to health, let alone also health. So I am just trying to like take it easy, play games, like play Minecraft and just do stuff that I enjoy. I'm trying to just do that right now, and I'm trying to also get work done and like I got my whole apartment clean, and like I actually want to like show you guys the apartment now that it's finally clean. Anyway, I just really wanted to say like thank you guys so much for the support, and like I really appreciate it. It really means a lot that people like care about this stuff because I don't really have a lot of family. Like I have my aunt, but she and I don't really talk that much, and it's not for any bad reasons. We just aren't that close. We never really have been. I mean, we were when I was little, but I don't really count that. Like in the last 10 years, we haven't really been close, 10 or 15, and So yeah, I am hoping that today I can maybe get some commissions done or something. I just want to get something done. I mean, I guess I have gotten stuff done today. I called a bunch of doctors. I called my PCP because they finally got my results in. I got my results before they did. So I talked to my doctor and like she explained stuff a little bit more to me. And I know I had a PCP appointment, but the doctor didn't really say anything. I called the nurse line and the nurse explained stuff to me. And that's when she told me that my sella is like weird right now because of the tumor, and like my optic nerves are weird right now because of it too, which makes sense because my eyes are kind of funky. My vision's just weird. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just different. And like I could tell something's wrong. Oh, since people were talking about the like when the thing happened, I'm gonna put a picture right here of that day when my left eye was like, I just lost vision in my eye. This is me with the eye bandage on, and I had it wrapped on my head so tight. As you can tell, because my hair's like all messed up because it was so tight on my head. And I was so freaked out, and I'm sure you can probably see it in the picture. But anyway, before I keep rambling, I'm probably gonna go make that to-do list and then make lunch. That's what I'm thinking the plan is. I know it's like 5:30 at this point, almost 5:30, but I just woke up at like 3. But yeah, we'll have to see. I'm hoping to get this vlog out on sometime over this weekend. Echo, what time is it?
The time is 6:56 a.m.
So, as y'all saw or heard, I guess, it is nearly 7 in the morning. I have not slept. I have not felt tired. I'm still not really that tired. Like, I'm a little tired. Like, I feel like my eyes are tired, but like, I don't feel tired. Also, yes, I did dye my hair yesterday. It's half and half again. I don't really know how much I like it. I think I kind of like the lighter better, but I guess we're kind of stuck with it till I can get some hair dye and figure out what I want to do. I don't know where to put this. But like, I'm so like, again, I'm brain foggy. Like I'm probably tired. But that's the thing, I can't really tell, and that's what's a little worrying, considering everything going on. But at the same time, like, nothing is pressing on anything important. At least that's what the MRI people said. I didn't have a whole lot of headaches today, so that was nice. I had a couple little ones, but they weren't like an all-day thing. I'm wondering if they're stress rather than the tumor. And like, I'm so frustrated because like I'm not losing weight, but I'm not gaining it either. Like, here, let me weigh myself right now while I'm thinking about it. Yeah, 88 pounds. I have not, like, I've been maintaining, and that's not good for my weight. Like, I feel the physical effects of not being in the 90s, or even I felt so good when I was in the hundreds. It wasn't this time last year, because by this time last year I'd lost the 100 pounds, not the 100 pounds, but I'd gotten out of the 100-pound range. But it was 2 months ago last year, so 14 months ago. I was in the hundreds and I felt so good. I felt so good physically. Like, I felt like I had so much more stamina. I had so much more like willpower. I had so much more energy. I had so much, like, I wasn't sick as often. I felt better about myself. Like, I wanted to, these shorts that I'm currently wearing that you can't really see, these were skin tight on me. I'm not. Now they're loose on me again. These were skin tight on me. I wore these in multiple vlogs thinking, oh my God, I look so good in those shorts because they like are tight on me. And now they're like 2 inches loose. Now I can like stick my whole hand in the pant. I lost all of the weight because I went and I contacted somebody that I shouldn't have 14 months ago. And I re-triggered myself and I lost all the weight within 2 months. I lost all the weight that it took me years to gain because I couldn't be bothered to just stay no contact. And like, I understand why I reached out and was trying to talk, just like the same reason why I reached out again this past year. Like, I understand my reasonings, but there's still, the cost was greater. Like, the loss was greater than what I gained, you know? Though I do suppose at this past time that I reached out to these people, I did gain some new information and I did gain some new insight on things. However, it doesn't matter because I've still lost more than I could ever have gained in that situation. I lost my health, at least temporarily. I'm hoping temporarily. I've lost my family, most of them at least. I've lost a lot of my friends. At least my like friends that I went to high school with. I've lost a lot of friends that I didn't go to high school with too because of the trauma that I have and not knowing how to like deal with people because I was isolated for so long in the like most crucial period of my social life. Like I wasn't allowed to do anything during high school. I was really heavily isolated from I think it was 10th grade forward. More so, like it got worse as I got older, and then I was isolated for an entire year after I graduated, and I was only allowed to go to work, and I was working 14-hour shifts, 12-hour shifts, 10-hour shifts, so that I could be away longer. And I'm sure by this point y'all know who the fuck I'm talking about. I'm sure y'all know what people I'm referring to, considering the context clues. Like I'm sure y'all have put it together. If you haven't, I'm sorry. I'm probably not gonna say, but if you have, then you know, that's on me because I am giving context. And with context, it's probably not too hard to figure out, but for my safety, I would like to continue keeping them anonymous, despite not wanting to. I would love to do what I did in, 2017, and out them both like I did. I would love to do that again. However, my safety comes first, and that's not something that I plan on doing. It's the same reason why I never pursued anything legally, because if I try to pursue anything legally, it's going to put me at risk in one way or another, either by their hand directly or because of my health declining due to the stress. And I don't think I can physically afford to risk that. I don't think I'm in a healthy enough state physically to take on a court case, to take on them trying to attack me in some way, to take on speaking about them openly, and then going on to be in some situation where my safety, physical safety or emotional safety is threatened. And I don't have it in me. I don't have the energy to deal with that. I don't have the willpower, frankly, to deal with that. I don't have any of that. So I would much rather just be vague about certain things and about who they are, even if it's not all that vague. If the context clues tell it, then the context clues tell it. You know, there's nothing I can do because of that. I'm not going to be completely silent about my story, but I will, I suppose, verbally conceal their identities. Again, not only for my own safety, but also for legal reasons. You know, I don't need them trying to scare me with lawyers, despite me knowing that, one, they can't afford it because they got evicted and are in severe debt, and if they try to lawyer up, I know it's more than likely a scare tactic and a bluff, because there's no way they can afford a lawyer when he couldn't afford rent and was asking his mother every single month for rent payments for almost a year, and made her take out a second mortgage on her house so that she could help her son. That man has ruined a lot of people's lives. Mine, my other abusers as well, believe it or not. And while I don't absolve her from her blame, like, she still was awful, she still was also horrible to me, treated me badly, and frankly was just as bad as him, which is something I'm still learning to accept, because that's very new information to me. However, she was just as bad as him. And just because she happened to also be getting abused by him doesn't mean that she didn't also abuse me and treat me badly. And that's something that, again, I'm trying to accept, because I told myself for, 25 years that the reason she treats me the way she does is because she's a victim, or the reason why she's the way she is because she's a victim of him as well. And I'm probably going to cut all this out. If I don't, consider yourselves lucky, or something, because if I don't, because I feel vulnerable now, but 9 times out of 10 I don't during editing. And I'm like, this is dumb, I'm cutting all this out. This doesn't need to be on the internet. But at the same time, it's nice mostly for documentation purposes. Like, the whole reason why I'm vlogging is so that I can go back and look at these in 5 years and 10 years and however many years and be like, wow, I was doing really shitty, but I've moved on since then. I not moved on, but like I've grown since then. I'm doing so much better now. That's the whole reason why I do these. I don't have a big enough following for people to be terribly interested in my vlogs. I don't have a big enough, like, outside of YouTube audience to bring over here. Like, I think I have 7 subscribers on this new account. And I think I had like 40 on my last one. Like, I haven't even broke 50 on any YouTube platform. Although I did have 150 on my my old art YouTube account, but that's because I already had 60 from when I was making videos 7 years ago. So those 60 people are more than likely not active anymore. And then the other, 100 or 90 that I got was because I was posting shorts. It wasn't because I was posting art videos, it's because I was posting little ditzy shorts. So, like, my vlogging isn't for anybody but me, and I don't think it will ever be for anybody but me, aside from, like, if I'm trying to show you guys something of my apartment. Like, I'm trying to, but even then, even if it is just me trying to show you guys something in my apartment, it's still something that I can look back on and be like, wow, that was the shitty apartment that I lived in. Now I live in a house, you know? Wow, I was all by myself with only one friend on the internet, and now I'm, like, married, you know? Like, that's the kind of thing that I'm hoping for, is that I can look back on these in a year, 5 years, 10 years, and be like, wow, I really have grown. Wow, I really have healed. Wow, I am so much healthier, I'm doing so much better, and my life is, you know, like, I know that I didn't think it was worth living then, but I'm glad I continued. Like, that's the whole fucking reason why I do these. It's for me to look back on. And I'm not going to be able to look back on these if I don't record stuff like this. Hey guys, today is Sunday, December 17th. It is 5:11 p.m. and I am just getting out of bed for the day. I have been in bed all day, and I'm finally emerging, I guess. I'm very tired. I'm very depressed. I'm not really doing great in regards to, like, my mental health. I did really good yesterday. I got up at like 10. I hate getting up this late. I really do. I almost feel defeated. I think that's this feeling that I'm having. I think I'm feeling quite defeated with everything going on with my health. And I know that's probably, like, the worst thing that somebody could feel with a diagnosis like mine, is that defeat. But I feel defeated. I just have such a hard time thinking of everything that's going on in the world, what I've been through, what my close friends have been through, what people who I love have been through. And I listen to people, including people that I've, like, interacted with on, like, in support groups and people that I know, and I can't help but I hear them talking about a God that they pray to, that they have faith in, and specifically a loving God. Like, this God is always loving whenever he is brought up. I just can't picture a loving God. I can't picture a loving God who allows things like the genocide to happen to innocent civilians, to children, Just like I can't imagine a loving God. I can't imagine a loving God allowing the things that my friends have been through, who my fellow survivors have been through, what I've been through. I went through 20 years of abuse, of almost constant abuse. I can't imagine a loving God being okay with that, being okay with everything that I've mentioned. I just can't. I've prayed, I've tried being Christian. I've attempted multiple different religions. I have tried so many different things, and every prayer felt empty. It felt quiet. It felt like I was in an empty room, not that I was speaking to this loved being that cared about me and listened to me and was listening to my prayers. It was like I was speaking to a wall, because I was, And this isn't to say that like I disrespect other people's beliefs and religions, because I don't care what you believe. Believe what you want. I'm not gonna dog on you for believing in something, because I do understand that some people need that. They need that belief system. Otherwise they feel like they can't do anything. And I'm not gonna take that away from them. And I would never shame somebody for their beliefs. However, I just can't believe in it. It's not something that I believe in. It's not something that I personally can personally I just can't believe in it. I can't. I've been proven wrong time and time again. I've been proven, at least to me, that God has abandoned at least me and my friends and the people around this world suffering. Because if there was a loving God, these things wouldn't be happening, And I'm just so frustrated, because I work so hard on myself and on the things that because I want to be better. I want to feel better. I want a good life. I deserve a good life. I deserve so much more than what I have. And I don't mean that in a superficial way. I mean that in the way of I deserve to be happy. I deserve to be financially stable. I deserve to, once I am financially stable and unable to be on disability anymore, I deserve affordable health care. I deserve to be treated humanely. I deserve to be treated in a way, I deserve necessities. I deserve to exist and not have to worry about food. I deserve to not feel like shit every day of my life. Those are things that I and everybody deserves. That, to me, that's what you deserve by being brought into this world. You deserve necessities. I don't know. But I guess in case I decide to delete that clip as well, because I get nervous talking about political stuff or about religion, and that entire thing was both of those. But I'm feeling bad right now, as you could probably tell, considering, again, I am out of bed and it's 5 p.m. I think I am going to go and have some kind of snack, because I'm not really hungry right now, and then I'll make a meal in an hour or two. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I'll talk to you guys later. Hey guys, today is Tuesday, December 19th. It's 3:50 in the morning. I just got out of the shower and I'm about to go to bed. I'm in bed currently. I don't think you guys have really seen me in bed before. but I am in bed. Here, do you want to meet my buddy and my pal? He's one of these guys. He's one of the Beanie Babies. His name is Chip. I've had him since I was 2, so for 24 years. He's 24 years old, almost 25. He can almost rent a car. So I had a friend of mine that is in the medical field decipher my papers for my MRI, and I'm gonna put what he said here, just so you can read it. And I appreciate the dumbing down of my medical papers, but it does still make me really nervous. Thursday is my endocrinology appointment, and it could not come faster. I'm so anxious. I'm currently right now dizzy because I'm anxious thinking about it, and like I had an issue with a friend earlier, and I've been busy trying to finish my little to-do list for this month because I want to finish all of my commissions this month, and I want to finish building my websites this month, and I want to finish transferring my Patreon content to Ko-fi. That's what I want to do this month, and I want to get all of that done before January 1st so that I can like focus on my health in the new year, moving, and school, and then like working on my comic. Those are the 4 things I want to focus on in 2024. I'm very anxious right now. I was having like a visceral reaction earlier, like I was shaking, I was shivering, like I was genuinely having like, I think a little bit of a panic attack because there's just so much going on. I want this taken care of. I want this like sorted out, and I want this to be over. I wish I could just skip to the end of all of this, but then, you know, I would miss all of the middle parts, and some good stuff could happen in the middle, like my moving and going to school and working on my comic. All those things are going to happen in the middle of working on this. I don't know. I'm stressed out about a lot of stuff right now, and I wish so desperately that this tumor will just go away. I want it to go away as quick as possible and as easy as possible and without complications. Like, I don't want to lose sight in my eye. I don't want to lose anything from this. I have lost enough. I have lost enough in this lifetime. Do I really need to lose more? I'm just so tired. I'm so, like... I'm gonna go to bed. I think I'm gonna go to bed. I am tired, physically and emotionally, but mostly physically right now. So I am gonna go to bed. I'll probably see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, today is Friday, December 21st? Thursday, December 21st. It's the day of my endocrinology appointment, and I woke up to blood in my eye. I was awake. I am currently waiting for a nurse to call me. What time is it? It's 12:25. Yeah, it's 12:25. I am literally only out of bed because I rubbed my eye and there was blood on my eye. It was this eye, which is weird because this is the one that's been giving me issues. So I don't know why this eye's bleeding, but it's not anymore. As you can tell, there's no blood. It was just on my wrist. It was just a little bit of blood on my wrist, and I am not having any additional vision issues. I mean, I can't really see that well out of this eye, but I don't think I could really see out of it that well regardless. Yeah, this is not how I wanted to start my morning. I didn't want to start my morning with a fucking health jump scare that is bleeding out of my eyeball. Why? And like, I'm not having any more pain than I normally have, so I don't think it's anything to do with the tumor. I think maybe I just rubbed my eye and it just happened at the same time. But what the fuck? All right, I'm about ready to go. I have my rideshare coming. It's 1:10-ish. And yeah, I'm nervous. You can't see my leg bouncing, but it is. I'm waiting for the call basically to say that like the person is here to pick me up. Wish me luck. So I'm hoping this will work because I really don't want to hold my phone right now. So I am finally back from my appointment. I'm finally showered. So let me give you a rundown because today was fucking annoying, as you can probably tell by how annoyed I am right now. I get picked up at 1 and it's just a normal drive there. I get there, I go upstairs to the endocrinologist facility and I go in. I get brought in pretty early. I got brought in at like 1:30, even though my appointment was at 2. So I see the nurse and I talk to her and I tell her what's up. And then a man comes in and he says that he works for my doctor and, you know, he's gonna talk to me and then go talk to her and then come in with her later. So I talk to him and he starts asking me like, what was your first period? When have you ever had issues with your fertility or stuff like that? Like he was just asking me like the regular questions. And then I tell him my prolactin levels and he's like, and because they were 105. And he was like, well, we don't have that. So like, I don't really know, but I'm just going to take your word. And I said, okay, well, that's what my prolactin levels were. And I ended up pulling it up and showing him like my blood work from LabCorp and being like, see, look, like this is my blood work. And so he's looking at my paperwork and he's like, well, it says here that everything's normal. And he's looking at the part that says impression, which says normal sized sella and pituitary gland. There's no evidence of discrete focal lesions in the pituitary gland. And I said, okay, but if you scroll down, you see the findings and it says there is abnormal size stella and pituitary gland. And that that there are no optic nerves that have a signal intensity. So like my optic nerves are fucked up. And I've been told by multiple doctors and a friend of mine that's in the medical field that yes, this paperwork is saying that you have a benign brain tumor and like a pituitary tumor. And I'm having the symptoms, I'm having the headaches, I'm having a lot of the things. And he's sitting there and telling me like, well, I don't know because it says normal. Him and I talk a little bit more before he leaves. And then the both of them come in and she starts talking down to me. She starts explaining to me things like I'm stupid. And she's also pushing the narrative that everything's normal, which don't get me wrong. I would rather things be normal and there be something else wrong with me that isn't a brain tumor. However, when I've had multiple doctors tell me that I have a fucking brain tumor and now all of a sudden she's up in here saying like, no, you don't have one. I got mad. I got upset and her and I kind of fought a little bit. And she was like, well, it says it's normal. And I said, okay, but if you scroll down to findings, it says literally right here. And she says, are we reading the same paperwork? And I said, I would like to hope so. And then I read word for word what I'm literally looking at says. And I was like, and I've lost my vision. My vision has gotten significantly worse in the last few weeks. I'm like, this eye was bleeding this morning. This eye I fully lost vision in for a couple of hours. And I just was like, I don't know what you, like, I don't know why. And then my prolactin being so high. So she sat and then she ended up like drawing me a diagram trying to explain to me how it could be my weight. And I was like, I have been this weight and lower for all of my life. My whole life I have been this weight and lower. And my periods have never been affected. I know it's not my fucking weight because it didn't go away when I got to a healthy weight range for my height. And so I ended up talking to her and she said, okay, well, I'm going to get you blood work and I'm going to ask the radiologist again. And she says, just go downstairs and, you know, I'll have your stuff sent down so that you can get some blood work done. And I said, okay, cool. And so I go downstairs, I like sign in and I wait to, you know, have my blood drawn, and they say, hey, before you sit down, we have a couple questions. You know, we don't have any blood work for you. And I said, what do you mean? And they're like, well, nobody sent you anything. Like, are you in the right place? I was just upstairs like 20 minutes ago, and they told me to come downstairs and that they'd have blood work sent down here. And they said, okay, well, they didn't, so you're gonna have to go back upstairs. So I go back upstairs, back up to the 3rd floor again to ask them about that. And then it took 45 minutes for them to get back to me to tell me, oh, it was a miscommunication. She thought that the guy was putting in the blood work and he thought she was doing it. So I just waited 45 minutes for them to tell me that they fucked up. So I go back downstairs. People are yelling in this area, by the way. They're all like yell talking. So I go back downstairs. I wait another 15 minutes. I get my blood work done, which, by the way, by this point, my ride share had already left. My blood work done, that was really quick. That just, once I was in, they got me in and out. And then I went outside. I called my ride share company and I was like, hey, I'm ready to be picked up. They had blood work that I wasn't expecting to be a part of this. So I need to be picked up again from my location. And so they were going to send an Uber or a Lyft or whatever. And they send a Lyft, or they say they're going to, and they're like, oh, you'll be picked up by 4:40. And this is at like 4:15, by the way, I think. So 4:15, or I don't know, it was something. So I was like, okay, I just have to wait 30 minutes. 35 minutes rolls by, and I'm like, okay. So I call and I use the automated system to like figure out where my ride is, and they're saying it's going to be another hour. So I said, fuck that. Like, I'm not waiting another hour. It's going to be dark by then. And so I ended up just calling a Lyft, and this guy picks me up. And so I thought he was just being nice. I thought he was just a decent dude, just chatting with his fucking riders. And this motherfucker starts hitting on me on my way home after this stressful fucking day. Like, I've had a migraine, I'm exhausted, and he starts hitting on me and asking me to go to dinner with him. He's 39 with 3 kids, by the way, and is divorced. I am 26. I don't want to fucking date a divorced man with 3 kids who are probably less than 10 years younger than me. I ended up getting my mail, which that was probably the one fucking perk of today. But just now, my blood work came in, and this is where the fucking, all of a sudden, by the way, my fucking prolactin levels are perfectly fine after having multiple doctors tell me I have this brain tumor, and then this one endocrinologist is like, you don't have that. It's everything says it's normal. And all of a sudden, my prolactin's fine, and then all of a sudden, this fucking radiologist corrects herself and says the first sentence in the findings should read, there is normal size of the sella and pituitary gland. So now she's saying, yeah, everything's normal. All of a sudden, when this doctor disagrees with everything. And my THS is fine. It's within normal range. My T4 is fine. It's within normal range. My FSH is fine. My estrogen's low because I'm ovulating right now and its value is at 74 when it should be at 95. And then my prolactin, all of a sudden it's fine and normal. And I want to get a second opinion, but there aren't any other fucking endocrinologists in this area. This is the only bitch that does this type of endocrinology. And I am so upset because it just seems like they don't want to deal with it. It seems like they would rather wait until I'm fucking dying, or like I don't know, something happened. She was talking down to me from the jump, by the way. Like, as soon as she came in, she started talking down to me and being a cunt. And it's really frustrating because if there is something seriously wrong with me, they're ignoring it and they're not catching it. Because if I do have a tumor and she's sitting here saying, no, you don't have one, blah, 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 blah. Like, that's fucked up. That's real fucked up. And then if I don't have one, what a fucking mistake to make.
to sit there in the fucking diagnostic paperwork and saying the shit's abnormal. What a mistake to make. Obviously, I don't want to have a tumor. Like, I want that to be so fucking clear. Like, obviously, if this is true and I don't have a tumor, that's incredible news. That's awesome. However, I don't know because the paperwork was wrong. This woman obviously doesn't really like me that much because she was fucking fighting with me about my health status when I'm the bitch who knows the most about my health status because I'm the one living in my body. I don't know. It's fucking insanity to me. It's absolutely fucking insanity to me. I don't know, but I think I'm gonna go for now. I need to nurse this fucking headache and just kind of relax. Talk to you guys later. Today is Friday, December 22nd. It is 12:07 p.m. It's actually daytime. So I had a telehealth appointment this morning with my doctor to go over what the endocrinologist said and to go over everything, and they basically agree that it's a typo. So now I'm in this like purgatory of, was it really a typo or is somebody lying to me? And I know that the doctors are the ones that told me that it was a tumor because I have the like paperwork saying that they diagnosed me with a benign pituitary gland tumor. And because it is the internet and I don't want to get fake claimed, here's my little paper. You can pause to read, you can zoom in, you can do whatever you need to. I'm obviously blocking out personal and in identifying information. However, this is my medical document saying that I have had, I don't know, a pituitary gland tumor. I don't know what to do about the radiologist that put a typo so bad that multiple doctors thought I had a brain tumor. Like, what do I do about that? I hate doctors. I hate doctors so much. And like, I understand that doctors know more than I do. They are also at the same time people. They are people and they make mistakes. However, that's a big fucking mistake. That is a large mistake to sit there and either have a typo so bad that multiple medical professionals believe that I had a brain tumor, or alternatively, fuck up so bad and just say, yeah, you have a brain tumor. Like, so much so that it's in my diagnostic papers. I was diagnosed with a brain tumor. It is on medical record that they diagnosed me with a brain tumor. And now they're like, never mind. Huh? I'm gonna go make some lunch. Try to have a decent day. Maybe get some work done. I'm gonna try to get some work done. I need to. It's the 22nd and I still haven't finished my list of stuff to do. I did finish all of my commissions, but I do need to finish my website and I need to finish doing that Patreon to Ko-fi transfer. I am so tired of not knowing what's happening, but I will talk to you guys later. So I want to say, like, I'm not an angry person. I am not an angry person. This is an angering thing. This is something that's very upsetting. It's something that's very hard and it's very weird to navigate, and it's even a little bit triggering because like my health concerns are being ignored. They're being like dismissed, and like yesterday I was really upset. I was really overstimulated between like, because this appointment was supposed to be like an hour. I was supposed to be home at like 4 yesterday, and I didn't even leave the facility until like 5:30. And I had left at 1. Like, I had a very long day. I'm not used to being out that much. I'm not used to being out that long. And then not even to mention the Uber driver, the Lyft driver that was like hitting on me and trying to ask me out to dinner and trying to like ask how crazy it'd be if we moved to Wisconsin together. Like yesterday was just a really bad day. Yesterday was an awful day because like the thing about the brain tumor is that it answered a lot of questions. It was an answer, you know? Like, as much as I don't want a brain tumor, obviously, but it answered a lot of questions. It answered a lot of, like, it lined up with why a lot of the things that are happening to me are happening. It lines up with at the time, apparently high prolactin. It lines up with why I've been having menopausal symptoms since I was 23. It lines up with my migraines. It lines up with my cycle dying down. It lines up with so much stuff that's happening to me. And it made sense. And I was like, oh my God, I have an answer that is like curable. And like there was almost a part of me that was like relieved because I'm so tired of being told like, oh, all of your tests are normal. Everything's normal when there's obviously something wrong with me. Like there's something wrong. And I know that. I can tell in my body. Like I shouldn't be tired all the time. I shouldn't be sick all the time. Like there's a lot of things that are going on that shouldn't be going on in a 26-year-old person's body. Like, again, obviously I don't want a brain tumor, but I want an answer. I want answers. I want to know what is wrong with me, and nobody seems to take me seriously. You know, like I can't get a hold of a nutritionist, so if it's my weight, I'm fucked there because I can't get a hold of anybody. But God, I think I'm just rambling. I mostly just wanted to say that I'm not typically an angry person. I'm usually pretty mellow. I do get passionate about things, and I do get like riled up about things, but I don't typically get angry. And I was like angry yesterday. Like I was pissed yesterday. And I guess that's the fun of vlogs, is that y'all get to see that I am multifaceted. But I just do want to like let y'all know, especially because there are a lot of new people in my vlog space, because of the tumor video. It's almost at 1 million views, and you know, I got almost 2,000 Instagram followers from that video. Christ. Which I'm so happy for, by the way, but I'm just startled that a misdiagnosis is what got me that. But anyway, God, Jesus Lord, help us. I'm just so tired. I'm so exhausted with not knowing what's going on. I'm so tired of it, and I'm so tired of doctors not taking me seriously. And yeah, I am going to go and continue making lunch. And yeah, I will try to talk to you guys again later. By the way, this clip is 7.5 minutes long. This singular clip. I'm going to hate myself in editing. Hey guys, today is Saturday, December 23rd. It is 9:36 p.m. and I don't know how it got to be this late. I think I'm going to go get a second opinion because frankly, it's negligent for them to misdiagnose me with a tumor. But alternatively, it's also very negligent to have a typo so bad in your notes that multiple medical professionals believe you have a tumor. My MRI, my radiologist originally did not release my imaging, the actual MRI images. I only got my paperwork. They said they were gonna send it out to me, and it's gonna be here in 10-ish days. It might be later because of the holidays, since, you know, tomorrow is literally Christmas Eve. I am gonna be trying to schedule appointments with a new OBGYN as well as a new radiologist in 2024 because, again, frankly, I'm tired of doctor's appointments this year. I want the rest of the year to just be chill, and then on like January 3rd, I'm gonna start calling doctor's offices and using that week before classes start to then start, you know, doing my thing. I need to ask my friend about like what I'm gonna do
for books for college, because I don't really know. I don't really know how that's gonna work. I don't know when I'm gonna get my money for my financial aid, my Pell Grant. I think it said something like 30 days after I start classes to like show that I have an attendance. So I don't really know what to do other than get a second opinion with doctors, with different doctors, just to make sure, because it's either grossly negligent or somebody's lying to me because they have a big ego and they want to keep their ego intact, or they want to keep their image intact. So God forbid they be wrong about something. And like, I'm fine with being wrong. I'm fine with, like, you know, going to a new OBGYN, going to a new radiologist and being told, yes, you don't have a tumor. Frankly, I'd be happier. But it would still be pretty messed up that I was still diagnosed with a tumor wrongfully. And then alternatively, I need to figure out what's actually wrong with me. It's so frustrating, and it's negligent on all parts, if I'm gonna be honest. Hard to trust your doctors after something like that, and I am just really frustrated with the whole thing. So far today, I have worked a little bit on getting my Patreon switched over to Ko-fi. All I have to do is put this year of posts, like the 2023's posts, on Ko-fi, and then I'm done. And then I get to make that announcement saying like, hey, everybody switch over to Ko-fi. I'm not gonna be posting here anymore. And then I need to finish building my archive website. I put all of my old posts in there. I just need to make the website look a little nicer and like help it be more like easy to navigate and make it look decent on mobile, because most people are probably gonna be on mobile when they're looking at it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.